Hey, y'all. It's your girl, Misbehaving. And the name of this channel is Misbehaving is Fun, where I talk about real people, real problems, and real drama. How are you all doing this afternoon? How are you doing this afternoon? Today is Monday, November 25th, 2024, baby. Ain't nobody mad but the devil. And if you find yourself being mad at anything that Misbehaving has to say, baby, chances are the devil is you. Chances are the devil is you. Baby, we are gathered here today because we're going to talk about the petties and the Three Musketeers. But before we get started, baby, let me go ahead and say my hellos. And I want to get this copyright disclaimer out the way. Good afternoon, Lady B. How are you? Lady B says, good afternoon, Misbehaving, checking you, boo. Hey, Tanya, good afternoon, Tanya. And checking you, boo. I saw your message earlier. Thank you. And I am going to highlight it. Country Girl Queen, how you doing? Country Girl Queen says, hello, Misbehaving and regulators. If you're hanging up in the cloud, please hit the like or dislike. But honey, we ain't gonna be here long because I'm gonna speak my piece. I'm gonna speak my piece. But this comment from Checking You Boo is so fitting for this occasion. I don't know, Checking You Boo, if we're on the same wavelength. But honey, I said enough is enough. Everybody's scared to speak the truth, baby, but I ain't scared, so let me help you. But Checking You Boo wrote, what up, Chat and Misbehaving? I read your comment that Martell is tired of Marsau coming for him. Martell said it is hypocrisy for Marsau to keep discussing his cheating when he was cheating. Boom, there we have it. Boom, there we have it right there. And it's the truth, baby. It ain't no in-betweens, baby. All three of them fellas were thicker than thieves. Marsau Scott, Maurice Scott, and Martell Holt were thicker than thieves, baby. They were running through these Huntsville and Atlanta streets like the Three Musketeers, baby. Like the Three Musketeers. But, baby, pride, ego, and vengeance caused the collapse of this Martell Holt and Melody Shari Rodgers empire. Because, honey, if you ask me, what these two eyes have been seeing for years and had an inclination that this was the plan all along to separate Martell and Melody from Love and Marriage Huntsville, honey. And their ego, pride, and vengeance made it easy to do. So to all of y'all out there talking about get Martell and Melody up off the show, because they bring nothing but darkness and evilness and nothing but drama and trauma. Baby. Baby. Martell and Melody are the face of the show. And what Carlos gonna have to do, unfortunately, is rename the show because for many, many years now, all of the cast members have made their money, became well known, and this show became the number one show on the Oprah Winfrey Network based off Melody and Martell's dysfunctional marriage, the demise of the marriage, and the fact that they were fighting one another. Each one of them wanted to be right. And now y'all about to be sitting on the outside of the club and can't even get in. Yeah, baby. That's what I said. And in that order. Hey, there go my girl, Unapologetic Real Talk. She says, hi, Misbehaving, just came on and saw your notification. Thank you. And she said, hi, guys. She's telling everybody hi. So, yes, Lord, because I'm going to be showing some photos. And, honey, side chick commandments. I want y'all to keep that in mind because we're going to go through them. As you know, it might be 2024 and people are trying to come up with new definitions of the term side chick when really it's adultery. If you're still married, although you're no longer in a romantic relationship with your wife or husband, and y'all living in separate homes, and y'all choose to date other people, that is called adultery. Adultery. Y'all up here fornicating and having adultery. Y'all committing two sins right there. So we gonna distinguish this all in a moment because I need to get right back on track, you guys. So I'm going to show you all some photos. So let me read this copyright disclaimer. In good faith, this work contains fair use of copyrighted and non-copyrighted images from the public domain and the web for non-commercial and non-profit educational purposes. This work is distributed free of charge. The author has neither monetized this work nor sought any profit from its distribution. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit educational or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. This work contains original work of commentary and critical analysis. Quotations are attributed to the original authors. There are a lot of people running rampant here in the YouTube streets, and they're talking about, Martell and Melody are bringing negativity to the show. Uh, we're tired of seeing family be torn down. We're sick and tired of that. Uh, we're tired. We need the show to go into a new direction. We want them to start showing the businesses that they're creating. That was the premise of the show. It was supposed to have been about Black excellence, building up the community. So let me tell y'all this. There is a new direction that the show is going in. However, come, as long as Marsau Scott keep throwing out them verbal jabs to Martell Holt, y'all know Martell is the king of petty. Martell Holt is the king of petty, and he gonna get his lick back. So it doesn't matter if folks have said for years that Marsau was cheating and a woman never came forward, and Martell never said nothing then. So why is he saying something now? Let me tell y'all this, baby. In side chick commandment, rule number 1 is thou shalt keep her mouth shut. Thou shalt keep her mouth shut. That's the first commandment in the side chick handbook. Thou shalt keep her mouth shut. Side chick commandment number 2 is thou shalt not stalk nor call the wife. That's side chick commandment number 2. Thou shalt not call nor stalk the wife. Side chick commandment number 3 is thou shalt not be seen anywhere where family and friends can see you so that it can get back to the wife that you and I are out here creeping. You know what I'm saying? That's number 3. Thou shalt not be seen anywhere, any city, movie theater, at the mall. Thou shalt not be seen within 100-mile radius of where my wife or husband and children gotta lay their head. That is the rule to the side chick commandment. 3 simple rules. That's all you gotta remember. It's 3 simple rules. So my thing is this. For those of you, if did y'all ever get a chance, and this is Stacy Bell. Welcome, Stacy Bell. You said Melody was a good wife to Martell and was willing to forgive his indiscretions. They were not the same in that marriage. It's weird that grown people, especially women, would try to spin this. Well, it's Stacy, it's not only just women would try to spin it, men will try to spin it too. So my thing is this: a woman has a right to change her mind. A woman can stay with her husband if he's cheating or whatever. It's a woman's prerogative to do whatever she wants to do. I'm not concerned with it. I could care less. But my point in making this video is that ain't no Love and Marriage Huntsville without Martell Holt or Melody Shari Rodgers, because the foundation and of this show, Love and Marriage Huntsville, and the success of this show was based upon the dysfunction and demise of their marriage. Don't nobody want to call it out and say the truth. For years, Marsau Scott, Latisha Scott, Maurice Scott, Kimmi Scott have made comments and joked about Martell's cheating in the marriage. In fairness, Kimmi stopped making commentary or commenting or making jokes or saying anything dealing with the cheating. Melody and Latisha went back for years because y'all know how these reality televisions are. They get up in there, you get in the confessionals, the women have something slick to say because the producer or whomever is asking them the questions, ask them something, and they respond. So what they may say is funny to us, but to the other person, that's being talked about, to Melody, she took that as a dig, and she's petty, honey, because both of them are the petties. Meet the petties. Martell petty and Melody petty. So Latisha said something. Melody didn't like it, so she commented back. Latisha heard what Melody did or how Melody was moving. Latisha would say something back. And they went back and forth like that for each season. It was up, it came to a head during the Valentine's Day brawl. And so they didn't fight, but they got into an argument. And it was after that season in which you saw where Latisha went back to herself. Because honestly, when this show first began, Latisha really did want a friendship with Melody. I could see that. It was Kimmi that couldn't stand Melody. But Kimmi caught on quick that Melody had developed a fan base that would attack you. So Kimmi decided to keep it cute and stay mute, and she stopped siding with Latisha. So fast forward. We're going to fast forward. We're in 2024 now. Over the past couple of seasons, everybody has remained quiet pretty much on taking digs or taking verbal jabs about the demise of the marriage, except for Marsau Scott. Marsau has been hitting at a dog, and you know what the old folks say, let sleeping dogs lie. Kept hitting at that dog, hitting at that dog. Now, Big Martie Mar, he done woke up. That's Big Dog Martie Mar. He done woke up now, and Martell's ready to bite back. So ain't gonna be no let's move forward to a new topic and new storylines until Martell get his lick back. Cause y'all done spent all these years using it for entertainment. It's time for Martell to get his lick back too. And so honestly, I believe Marsau is down for it. Trust me, I believe he already spoke to Latisha about whatever went on in their marriage. Whatever went on in it. He didn't already talk to her. And I'll give you a point of reference. It was back during that Valentine's Day brawl, and I believe that's when somebody put a picture out of a big back, a big back man on the internet, and everybody tried to allude or insinuate. Well, no, they didn't insinuate. They just flat out said it was Marsau. How in the hell y'all know that was Marsau back? It's a lot of black men out here with big wide backs. Big wide backs. So that could have been any black man. But I'm just using that as a point of reference because Latisha was sitting up in their little two-seater sports car and she was crying. She was crying during that episode. That wasn't no acting. Those were real tears. And that was the first time where I saw Marsau soften up to come to Latisha to make her feel better. Because any other time, if you're a true fan of this show, you have seen where Melody and Latisha have gone back and forth. Martell has made comments about him or insinuated about 20 women or whatever. And Marsau never came out here to defend Latisha. So it made many women And many folks believe that, yeah, he out there cheating too. Because again, y'all, they was thicker than thieves. They were thicker than thieves. Honey, they was running those Huntsville and Atlanta streets like the Three Musketeers. Baby, and if you don't believe me, there's the photo right there. If you don't believe me, there's the photo right there. Let's see what you had to say, Tanya. Tanya, you said, this is my wish. I hope Mel leaves and the show takes a turn in a new direction. Well, if Melody leaves, Tanya, it's probably because she has something new in the horizon, another business opportunity or show opportunity coming up that she's going to leave. But if Melody does leave, I don't believe Martell should have to leave because there are so many people that want both of them to leave. And I don't think it's fair that they both should have to leave a show. If anything, Carlos would have to rename the show. What you say, checking you, boo? You said, say that misbehaving. Marsau keeps throwing jabs at Martell. Martell really gives a jab back, but when he comes with the fire. Yes, he does. And that's what I'm talking about. Why y'all want to play with Martell like that? Why y'all want to play with Martell like that when y'all know he hella petty? Once he gets mad, he unloads the whole clip and then he has buyer's remorse afterwards. He has buyer remorse afterwards. Baby, birds of a feather flock together. Birds of a feather flock together. See, the thing is, Martell thought he had a wife that was going to stay with him no matter what he did. But unfortunately for you, Martell, that ain't the case because Ariane kept being disrespectful and calling her house and calling the phone. And then you wouldn't defend her when Ariane would get out here and say disparaging things to her, or when other folks would say negative things on the cast, you wouldn't come to Melody's rescue. And then you did the ultimate thing that will hurt any woman. You went and had a baby up on her. Now, we have seen that there are many women out here that will stay with a man even if he has a child outside the marriage because they love that man that much. But the thing is, a lot of these women, they'll take out their anger on the child, and the child is innocent. And I'm not saying this is the case with Melody because Melody said, hell, I want out the marriage altogether because I can't see myself playing stepmama to nobody. I can't see myself saying playing stepmama to nobody. What you got to say, Stacey Bell? You said, I have an idea. Whoever has the life and marriage that they're criticizing Melody for not having, I'll wait. Stacey Bell, would you care to elaborate on that? You care to elaborate on that? Tanya said, stay in your dang lane. I know that's right. Lady B, the side chick commandments. Yes, the side chick commandments, it's only 3 rules. Thou shalt keep my mouth shut. Rule number 2 is thou shalt not call nor stalk the wife. And then the 3rd commandment is thou shalt not be seen out in public at the movies on the holidays within 100 miles of where the wife and the kids gotta lay their heads. It's only 3 simple rules. Hell, some of y'all got some grandparents. Your grandpappy had 2 and 3 families on the other side of town, and y'all didn't know granddaddy was a big hoe until he passed away. Okay, Tanya, you said people will only do what you allow them to do. That's right. And what you say, checking you, boo? You said, why focus on the cheating only as though that was the beginning of their broken marriage? That marriage was in trouble long before cheating began due to the neglect of roles performed satisfactorily. Yes, and that plays into the part where I say, each person has to look and see how they contributed to the demise of a marriage. Stacey Bell said, if anyone has the perfect marriage or life, let's get that blueprint. I'll wait. That's right. That's right. Nobody has the perfect marriage nor life. Classy K says they are the same, but now they use their negative ways on each other. What Classy K? They did. You're right. I've made a video, but that's what I'm saying. Their pride, ego, and vengeance has caused the demise of what they were building. See, they're gonna be sitting outside the club. Well, as my good YouTube friend, unapologetic real talk, who has a channel, she always said, you didn't build this house, put the furniture in it, built the foundation. Now you ain't gonna even get a chance to enjoy the house because you got other folks in it. I believe that was the plan all along. And so right now what we have is Marsau is now taking the lead role. See, Martell used to be the lead man, but now he's playing co-star. Marsau Scott is now in the lead role. And so, uh, unlike Martell, Marsau is not willing to lose his wife and family due to pride and ego. Due to pride and ego, he is going to do whatever it takes to keep his family together. What you say, checking you, boo? Exactly. Since season one, Marsau has continued to call out Martell's cheating. Martell remained quiet most of the times and even laughed it off at times. Now Martell is calling out Marsau's hypocrisy. That's right. That's the key word right there. The hypocrisy. And over the seasons, Martell would say little things like, I remember that episode when he was first building the house. I wonder if this second one, this house right here that he was showing to Moses and Sonny, because they were quote unquote looking for a house to move into or invest in Huntsville. But my thing is this: I remember there was an episode, and I can't tell you exactly which season it was, but during that episode, Martell was sad. He made the comment that, it's not right to kick a person when they down. Everybody, can be down. And so he said, if Marsau didn't want to end up like him, he need to stop what he was doing. So every once in a while, Martell will make little comments, but for the most part, he let it go. But now, I guess Martell said, forget this. He going full gusto. Whatever you say, he coming back and he's saying something too. What you say? Uh-oh. Ooh. What you say, checking you, boo? You said it a long time ago. Both Martell and his ex were strong, coming against other people to remain on their perceived throne. I knew when they were against each other, it would be a tsunami. Yes, checking you, boo. Yes, that right there. Yes, exactly. I made countless videos where I said that. I said Martell and Melody or like the same person. They're petty. They're going to get their lick back. They know how to trigger each other. When they're in a good space, they're hell's on wheel. They used to give the Scots hell on wheel. Couldn't nobody stop them. Couldn't nobody check them. But once that relationship ended and they became adversaries, it made it easier for them to be picked off. So, we're at where we're at today. Jackie and Boo, you said I am in agreement with Martell. If a person is going to keep calling out my flaws, they better be perfect and hadn't done what they accuse me of doing. If so, I'm defending myself. That's right, as he should. As he should. He has every right. As long as Marsau thought it was cute to keep throwing those jabs out there, now it's time for Martell to have his fun. And unfortunately, Tisha's going to be a casualty of warfare. Unfortunately, Tisha's going to be a casualty of warfare. Gail Friend says, what I do not like is Martell dragging Tisha in his and Marcel drama. It's unfortunate, but Tisha is a casualty of warfare, and Marsau should know. Marsau must have thought that Martell was going to stay quiet forever. But Martell wasn't going to continue to be the butt of all jokes. Now, Martell, Marsau ain't giving up his marriage, and neither is Maurice. But hindsight is 2020. But I say what's good for the goose is good for the gander. And if you talking crap about me, I'ma talk crap back. And y'all know Martell is petty. Stacey Bell, you said, where is Melody petty? This is why a lot of black women are stuck. So much hate, jealousy, and bullshit. You really just said it's time for hate hotel to get his lick back. This is insanity. So, I have been respectful and not called Melody out of her name. And so I'd appreciate if you not call Martell out of his name. And he does have the right to get his lick back. And so all black women are not stuck in hate, jealousy, and bullshit as you've typed. So if a lot of black women are stuck in hate, then you must be signaling out Melody as well as being stuck in hate. And just because someone has an opinion that's different than yours doesn't make us jealous nor full of bullshit. And Melody is petty. You do something to her, she's passive aggressive with it, and she's going to come and get her lick back at you too. She's going to get her lick back at you too. So in due time, she'll show you to be the fraud that you are. But you best believe she's just not turning the other cheek and going the other way. See, Stacey Bell, you're listening to respond and not listening to learn or understand someone's viewpoint that's different than yours. Checking you, boo. You said, I don't know if that was Marsau's back on that picture. I don't like how Marsau has treated Latisha. I believe the only reason he is showing more sensitivity now is because of viewers' pushback. Yes, which is odd to me. Yes. Yes, which is odd to me. Yeah, I don't know if that was his back or not, but yeah, a lot of us a lot of us women don't like how Latisha was treated. And yes, now it seems like he's coming to her side, but again, that's because he wants that number one spot. He wants the star of the show spot. And Martell, unfortunately, Martell, you open the door to allow that man to come on in and take your seat. So if I was you, baby, I get it together. I get it together. But this all could be by design for Ariane Curry to get on the show. I don't know. I don't know. Checking you, boo. You said if Martell's ex doesn't want to work with the reality of the cast, leave and add Ariane. Right. I don't understand why Ariane can't come on the show. Because I remember for years, folks have said because it's owned by Oprah Winfrey Network, a lot of women watch the show. A lot of women will watch the show if she came on because we want to see the dynamics of the relationship. Melody doesn't have to interact with her. She doesn't want to, and I don't expect her to because Ariane came in, had a baby with her husband, disrespected her, and so forth. But I don't see why Ariane cannot come on the show. What you say, unapologetic real talk? Martell shouldn't have to leave. Nope, he should not. He should not have to leave. That's why I don't understand why people are saying both of them need to go. I don't think either one of them should have to go. But again, hey, what's going on? Checking you, boo, exactly misbehaving. Why should Martell have to leave when he has been cooperative and acknowledged he can work with the cast? It is his ex who said she can't work with the cast. Stacey Bell says, how many people here are married? Right. Y'all on here wishing a woman who started the entire show to leave. You don't think black women have been denied enough already? Leave that successful woman alone. Stacey Bell, again, mama, I don't know if you male or female, but again, you are listening to me to attack or fight. You're not listening to learn or to see a viewpoint different from yours. there are a lot of people that are sitting up in this chat, and unapologetic real talk is one person definitely I know who has shared with me that she is married, and some things that she has gone through in her marriage, and she decided to stick it out. I used to be married. I got divorced many years ago because my husband cheated, and there was some violence there as well. So I got a divorce. One thing I believe is that I don't think a woman should have to stay in a marriage if she's unhappy and she's not being respected nor protected. A woman has every right to leave. It's okay for a woman to be single and successful and be able to take care of her children. I've never advocated for Melody to have to leave the show, but I have said this when it was stated that the show has been a hostile environment for her. When she has stated, it has affected her mental health. Melody said that her own self at one of her Mimosas with Melody's event. So my comment was this: if you are being subjected to a hostile work environment to the point that it's impacting your mental health, just leave the show. Leave the show. But she chooses not to leave the show. So I've never said that she need to leave, but I know I'm not going to stay anywhere where I'm not wanted. That's my point. That's my point. So whether a woman is married or a woman is single, we all have a story. We all have to live with the consequences of decisions that we've made. What you say, checking you, boo? You said Arion was wrong for telling his ex to put Martell on the phone, but let's not hold Ari responsible for Martell and his ex's decisions. Hold her accountable for only her decisions. And that's what I do. Because one time, I mean, in the beginning, I used to be hard on Ariane, but then I realized that Ariane is young. Ariane is about the age of my eldest daughter. And I had to remember, like, sometimes as youngsters, we make decisions that aren't the best. Sometimes, especially if you didn't grow up in a household or in an environment where people, you had positive role models to mimic, to emulate, rather. You didn't have the best role models. So who knows? She was probably young, struggling, saw this handsome older gentleman with financial means that swept her up off her feet. I'm not giving her a pass because, I may not have seen the best role models, but I know you should never lay down and be romantically involved with a man that is married. Hell, I'll go a step further. I've never dated a man that had a girlfriend because I believe that's taboo. But see, that's just misbehaving's mindset. So once my thing is when women become aware that a man is involved with someone or married, you need to step away. You should step away. But a lot of times these females don't. And at no point should you ever call and disrespect a wife. Not at all. But at the end of the day, it all falls at Martell's foot because he's the one that got in the relationship and he never checked her at any point when she disrespected his wife. Now, if this is all part of a storyline when they came on the show, to pretend as if they were together, hey, que sera, sera, it is what it is, because now we're in 2024 and neither one of you are going to be the star of the show. In fact, I think they're trying to make this show geared around Melody and Marsau. Mark my word. I believe they're trying to gear this show around Melody and Marsau. Mark my word. Stacy Bell, you said sure. How does anybody criticize someone doing better than you? And that's not shade. It's common sense. I'm out of here. This is ugly and hard to listen to or tolerate. Grow up. Well, goodbye, Stacy, baby. Goodbye. Cause honey, Hell, I could be on the street in some G-string drawers and a paper bag in my hand, and I'll still carry myself with class. And it's not criticizing, honey. I'm just offering you an alternate viewpoint, and you just mad because I won't kiss your ass or tell you what you want to hear. Everybody has faults all the way around, all the way around. Got your goddamn nerve. Girl, you glad I'm there. You better be lucky I ain't see that damn comment earlier. I had to step away. That's why I had to mute the mic for a moment. Because, honey, I would have got you all the way together. How can you criticize somebody that got more than you? Bitch, you ain't got no goddamn self respect. You ain't got no goddamn common sense. That's how I can criticize somebody that got more than me. Somebody that has more than me doesn't even realize how blessed that they are, how fortunate that they are, that you have more than me, but you can't even be thankful. Bitch, bye. Bitch, bye. Bitch, boo. Hey, checking you, boo. I'm sorry. Yes, I do agree. If Latisha has not put her mouth on Martell's indiscretion, why is he bringing Tisha in it? Keep it on Marsau, who has kept throwing jabs at Martell. Lady B said, have a good afternoon, Stacy Bell. Stacy Bell's still here. She probably up in the cloud. Stacy Bell, how can you say you out of here? You stand on your truth. We all have the right to agree to disagree. Thank you, at unapologetic real talk. Let her know. That's the problem with folks. They mad because they can't convert you to their side or what they, their thought of thinking or live attacks as if it's supposed to break you. Honey, it ain't gonna break nothing to me. That's a shame for folks to have so much and can't be thankful for what they have that they can't see. They can be on the other side. They could be on the other side. So you have a lot to be thankful for. Checking you, boo, misbehaving. Each person needs to hold themselves accountable for the role they played in the demise of the marriage. That's right. That's right. Classy K, agree. Tanya said they built it on a mudslide. That's right. And now it's all sliding down. But see, again, that's greed, ego, and vengeance. Greed, ego, and vengeance. Well, not greed, but ego, pride, and vengeance. I had to correct myself. Pride, ego, and vengeance will cause the demise of everything that you hold near and dear. What'd you say, checking you, boo? You said Martell was willing to work with his ex and his ex wants him off the show. He could have filed a police complaint against her, but he didn't. She filed one on him, though. Yes, and that's what I'm talking about. That's vengeance. That's vengeance right there. To go and do something like that, like you're winning, you're doing well for yourself. Why would you go file a police report? Why do you want him up off the show? I'm quite sure they can make it to where they could film scenes where neither one of them are in the same room together. But why would you stop a source of income that could benefit your children? Because if the man's not working, making any income, honey, you're not going to have no support for the kids. And I know a lot of you like to say, well, she take care of them. Martell don't do anything. She takes them on trips. Martell ain't got no money. Okay, again, you have a lot to be thankful for. You have a lot to be thankful for. Bad girl Riri, what you say? Moses had the nerve to say that the house wasn't big enough and he's living in a 4x4 cell. Ooh, ain't that right? Ain't that right? He done talked about the house too small. Imagine the irony in that. But in the meantime, Martell gonna slide on out. Martell just sliding on out. He don't want to have nothing to do with nothing, baby. He said he trying to get his paper back up. See, what's that song? Who is that sing that song? We fall down, but we get up. Oh, baby. Martell is sliding on out. But baby, this is the core six right here. But honey, that got doggone ego, pride, and vengeance. Baby, Melody and Martell, y'all no longer the queens and queens of Love and Marriage Huntsville. It's a new king on the show, baby. It's a new king on the show, and his name is Marsau Scott. Oh, what you say, checking your boo? It's not cool kicking folks down while they are down. No, it's not. It is not. But eventually people get, what goes around comes around. You could be doing fine and well one day, and the next day it could all be gone. It could all be gone. So checking your booth said, let's be clear. Marsau's play on words do not fool me. When he said don't do something to get a divorce, that doesn't mean he is free from cheating. He might be cheating, but careful being silent. Boom. Hey, checking your boo, and those of you, if y'all caught Carlos King when he had that messy Monday, it was with Marsau Scott and it was with Glendale Pearson. Glendale is one of the stars. He's the husband of Latisha Pearson. She's one of the stars on Bell Collective. So Glenn Pearson, he admitted that his wife, because he also had cheated on his wife. And in fact, they had to do a paternity test at one of the reunions and found out that the child was not his. But Glenn has shown remorse, and honey, he admitted that his wife Latisha has access to all his social media accounts. And I remember Carlos asking him that question and he answered, but I noticed how Carlos didn't ask Marsau that question, and neither did Marsau volunteer that information. In fact, Marsau rather had a look on his face like, man, you slipping. You supposed to have like a Finster account or something. That was the interview where they said women were getting up into their DMs, and Marsau said ain't nothing but old women hopping up in his DMs. So what you trying to say, Marsau? You want young women hopping up in your DMs? Do you want young women hopping in your DMs? Mm-hmm. Just because ain't nobody came forward and said nothing and nobody has any proof doesn't mean you wasn't doing it. Because remember, y'all, they was rolling. They was rolling down there in Atlanta, baby, going to the clubs. All three of them, baby. All three of them was going down there to the clubs, baby. They were down there having the time of their life. And that was back down, what was it, 2015? They was in a club. And so they showed this picture jumped off back in what was it? For season 4 of Love and Marriage Huntsville. Honey, just because ain't nobody came down and said nothing don't mean you ain't cheating, because honey, birds of a feather flock together. Birds of a feather flock together. Now, if you keep throwing jabs at Martell, don't be surprised that he is jabbing back. And unfortunately, Tisha is a casualty of warfare. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe there was an episode where Martell had admitted he had showed Tisha text or sent her text or about what Marsau was doing. I don't know, but it's Marsau's fault that this stuff is coming back up. Marsau couldn't let sleeping dogs lie. He had to keep poking. Now Martie Mar ready to bark. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on, but I know I hate that Tisha is going to be hurt in all of this. I hate that Tisha's going to be hurt in all of this. And it could have been avoided, but see, Marsau is blinded by the limelights of entertainment. He didn't. Those bright lights. He wants to be a star. He wants to be a star, and unfortunately, his wife is going to be a casualty of war, and he ain't even thought about that. Then again, he probably didn't even care. because he showed making a point in being up in Melody face doing scenes with her. Why would you do scenes with someone that you without your wife being there? I don't know. I'm just asking. I don't see anybody else husband doing scenes with Melody alone. I don't see nobody else husband doing scenes with Melody alone. Checking you, boo. You said another thing. Some folks are blaming Martell if the marriage of Latisha and Marsau don't last. If that marriage ends, it will be because of Tisha and Marsau, not because of Martell. That's right. It'll be because of Marsau. Hmm. Listen to understand. That's right. Chris C. Hey, you said I don't like when Stormy Carr and Marsau would be because I don't feel like it was warranted. But now, and I'm sorry to say this, I agree with her. You know what, Chris C? That was the one time I didn't like uh when Stormy said that. I didn't like that. I didn't like that because I don't like men disrespecting women, and I don't think women should disrespect men like that. Now, if a man call you out your name, by all means, you cut him down, and vice versa for men. But I try to treat people with respect. Hey, Tina Love, how you doing, Mama? How you doing? Checking you, boo. You said I have been rooting for Latisha since day one. She has received a lot of backlash, just as Martell and even Destiny. Yes. And if you have been a fan from the beginning, you know you could see it where she truly wanted to be friends with Melody. She came in, she was the innocent, the sweet one. It was Kimmi that didn't care for Melody, didn't want to be bothered. But then I believe someone, when they do these confessionals, ask Tisha a question pertaining to Melody and Martell's marriage, and Tisha had her response, and it was shady, her response. And so in return, it pissed Melody off. And then she started coming after Latisha. Because the one thing I couldn't understand, if Melody knew that Marsau was cheating or had any information, y'all keep saying Martell could have said something, Melody could have said something, instead of just dropping hints and breadcrumbs. If you know something, tell it. But then again, ladies, sometimes that can put us in a catch 22. That could put us in a catch 22 because we don't always, some women don't like don't like getting information about their significant other. They'll get mad at you if you come tell them something. They'll get mad at you and stay with the man. And Marsau is good. And Marsau is good with wordplay. He's good with words. And Melody has even admit that. When they had the fight at Destiny's relaunch of Madani, that season where they had the big fight in front of Madani. That's the last season that Miss Wanda was on, and Miss Wanda had her cap, and then Melody was over there by the truck. That's when Martell was trying to fight the Scott brothers. And so they got over there by Melody truck, and her mom was there. I think that may have been the last season that her mom was on, um, other than the more recent ones. But Melanie had made that comment that the Scott brothers, they be talking over Martell's head, like basically, with their words, the way they articulate themselves. Now I'm paraphrasing you guys, but if you guys go back to that episode, Melody is standing next to her white truck, and Martell, she was trying to get Martell over there, a call from him, and what she was saying is that this is what they do. They get to talking and talking over Martell's head. So basically Martell's not picking up at that time, even with the slick shades or talking around him or whatever. So anyway, that's neither here nor there. So yeah, if you a person that's not good, can't articulate yourself well and not good with reading, and a connoisseur of being slick shady, that nice sweet nasty shade. You got to be able to do it sweet and cut a person deep. And if they not witty enough, they're not gonna catch that you digging at them. I catch folks trying to throw slick shade at me. I just choose not to respond to it. But I see what folks is doing. I'm not biting. I'm not biting. I like to be attacked right out in the open. Let's be clear with it. Don't pussyfoot around it. Let's be clear with it, as my grandmother would say. No pussyfooting. Then let's see. Um, Yvette Bell. Hey, Yvette Bell. Thank you for saying this, but she don't have to do anything because she is talking to the right one, God. And as she should. So, Miss Yvette Bell, are you talking about Melody is talking to God or Latisha is talking to God? But yeah. And then let's see. Tina Love, you said, I agree. I'd like to see the dynamics of Marty and Ari. She was a big topic. Yeah. Everybody's talking about her. You say, and now this past episode, they talking nailed and sat her tail up in there talking to Chris. And honey, it's much ado about nothing. I forgot to put a before and after photo of a picture of Nell. Y'all saw because they did a clip of what Nell looked like when she called herself sitting there as a friend and trying to be a mediator between Melody and Martell, her and her husband, Chris Fletcher. Nell had a homely, a old school conservative auntie look. Now that she became a cast member up on the show, she's giving sexy auntie look. So, honey, I don't know. Bad girl Riri, what you say? You said Stacy must have been cheated on, had a baby made on her, and ex flaunts the other woman. She's windmilling for scorned women. I don't even know, bad girl Riri. I don't even know what Stacy problem was, girl. I don't even know. I ain't even called Melody out her name or nothing. It's enough blame to go around. But the thing is that that's indicative of a person. Stacy Bell embodies a person that wants to forever be the victim and not try to sit and try to see the role that they've played, or what someone else is feeling or what they're going through. It's all about me. That's a selfish person right there. When you have kids involved, it can't be about me. It's about what's best for the child or the children. Sometimes as adults, you have to put your emotions and your feelings or your pride to the side for the sake of your children. And ain't nobody jealous of Melody or anything. Just be thankful for what you have. And because I have a viewpoint, don't mean I'm criticizing her. Because if that was the case, it would just be strictly geared and centered around Melody. I'm talking about everyone. And really, actually, the real focus of this video is Martell and Marsau. Because again, Martell is petty and he ain't letting these jabs go easy. So they already showing clips of what's forthcoming unless Carlos and them cut it out or the network cut it out. Because you know how they love to do, especially Carlos. He'll show us, he does an old bait and switch. He does the old bait and switch, show us a preview of something that we're going to see to get us all worked up in a frenzy. Then when the episode come out, it's next to do about nothing. Because, honey, this past episode that aired this weekend, they could have kept the whole damn episode because it was boring as hell. Now, I did like seeing Melody get back to the community, and she had old Bigfoot Shanita Foster there with her, which is good. And they were doing good, giving back to the community. But if this show was built on the premise of building up the north side of Huntsville and giving back to the community, all of the cast members should have been there. But I do recall not too long ago, there was commentary, I think it was last month, where it was stated that a lot of the cast members, i.e., the Scotts, were holding out because they wanted more money. So other people had to be found to film with. So I don't know how true that is. That's just a rumor with no regard. A rumor with no regard. Chris C said at Tina Love, I believe Mel was condescending towards Martell in their marriage. I don't think that Ariane, and that's why he couldn't let her go. Well, Chris C, I'm gonna tell you this: some men, and that may be true. She could have been condescending, but some men, if they were not the type of fellow when they were younger or in high school or college, like part of the in crowd or the big man on campus, once they grow up and become grown men and have some sort of influence or power of some sorts, they take advantage of it. They want a woman that they can control and talk down to, or she's just going to shut up and do what I say and don't have to show her any respect. Now, you have some women that will be quiet and go along and let a man talk to them any kind of way because he's the one paying all the bills. You have some women that contribute and they expect to be treated with respect. Now, I will admit there are some women out there that will be disrespectful to a man, and talk down to him or ignore him to where it makes it easier for him to step outside the marriage and be involved with someone else. But at the end of the day, the key words is respect. You have to have a respect for each other. If you want me to show you respect and I'm being respectful to you and not calling you out of your name or anything like that or causing strife or confusion, you should be, as a man, willing to do that as well. You can't expect me to remain cordial and peaceful when you acting like the devil. Come on now. Come on. So that goes both ways. And most of you men, you can't do what you see other men doing. Again, Martell saw that the group of men he was hanging with, they were the dominant men up in the marriage. Their wives gonna stay home, cook, clean, be quiet, not question what they're doing, where they're going, and okay, staying in the house. Then you had Kimmi, that is a working woman, independent. She's built on her own before she got married to Maurice. But again, she still fell into those gender roles where she's going to be quiet, not question her husband, not say anything. But Maurice is more quiet with the way he talks. Marsau is outspoken with the way he talks, where Maurice is quiet with his. And then you have someone like Martell. He's seeing his male peers. He's trying to fit in and he thinking he can do the same thing that they doing, but he doesn't have a wife, or he did not have a wife because they're no longer together. But Melody wasn't that type of woman where you was going to talk crazy to her. She going to fight you back. She going to argue back because she going to go out there and get it on her own. So, honey, I ain't finna debate that no more. But, honey, I hear where you're coming from. I hear where you're coming from. Yvette Bell, you said, and she doesn't have to get back at no one. That girl, Riri, you said absolutely. Every marriage isn't ordained by God. Some people lack discernment or the ability to become unstuck and typically find out the long, hard way. Yes, that's right. You're absolutely right about that, bad girl, Riri. There's so much that, I can use myself personal experience. You know, I've been married, um, fell into my gender role. It was still working, but at some point, I'm not the type of woman that's going to stay there if somebody's cheating, and especially if they want to put their hands on me. So it is what it is, baby. It is what it is. Tina Love, you said Chris C. Yes, I agree. Based on her behavior, absolutely. Gail, what you say, Gail friends? They need to move on from the cheating narratives. I'm sick of hearing about it. They have other things going on. Miss Gail friends, they gonna move on from it. I know they are. They're gonna move on from it. They're just wrapping it up. So that way it's gonna be talked about, and that's gonna be the end of it. This is Maurice and Tisha. Now, I mean, Lord have mercy. I said Maurice and Tisha, Maurice and Kimmi. This is Maurice and Kimmi. And so Kimmi is she falls under gender roles, but she's an independent woman. She's hardworking. She gets her own. She's built a lot for herself. And so, each woman has a different dynamic to themselves. Each woman has a different dynamic to themselves. But again, this show, you got to have Martell or Melody on Love and Marriage Huntsville, or Carlos King just needs to rename the show, baby. But they're going to move past the cheating. They're going to move past the cheating narrative and what's being talked about, but they have to go ahead and get it out in the open. Oh, would you say checking you, boo? You said, leave the show if you are not pleased and with work conditions. No one is forcing her to stay. Oh, it's how she feeds her kids, according to her words. She sure did say that. That's why I couldn't understand why those millimeters were blacking out the show. Chris C., you said the last scene with Kiki and the most recent scene with Nell. Tina Love. Yes, Miss Haven. Each one teach one. Ari, we don't know how she grew up. Precisely why I'd like to see her perspective. Exactly. And I'm wondering why no one has interviewed her other than Tasha K. Why no one else has interviewed her other than Tasha K. Checking You Boo said it was almost a year before Ariane learned that Martell was married. She was young, naive, and fell in love with a good looking, articulate older man. When she became aware, she tried to leave. Now that makes sense right there. If she didn't learn that he was married until a year later, that would explain it. She had fell in love then. But honey, Bird Smith, you said she's at least one of the creators of the show, so to that they can go or be replaced. My point of view. Well, yeah, Bird Smith, you got a point right there. You got a point right there. That's why I said the title of this video is Ain't No Love and Marriage Huntsville without Martell Holt or Melody Shari Rodgers. So we ain't gonna have that. Stephanie Harding, stop being delusional. That girl broke up a marriage. Well, Stephanie, can't nobody break up what's already broken. Can't nobody break up what's already been broken. That's just like having a relationship. Well, you hear females, people going around, she stole my man. He stole my woman. Can't nobody steal what ain't yours. Can't nobody steal what's willing to leave and be taken. So that marriage was broken if there was no respect there. I know as a woman, you'll put up with a lot of stuff because you hold on to that idea of love and family and forever after. But after so long, eventually your love turns to resentment. Your love turns to you despise him. And unfortunately, once a woman falls out of love with you, you can never win her back. It's gone. So, how many chances do you need to get to keep making the same mistake? Just like women need to speak up and tell a man what he is doing wrong or why she's unhappy, the man needs to do the same thing. This is what's going on and this is what I need. If you want to go out there and spread that dang lane wide and long with everybody you come in contact with, you don't need to be married. That's just my sentiment with that right there. Checking you, boo. You said when Ariane tried to leave, Martell wouldn't let her go. When his ex asked Martell to choose, he wouldn't. She even admitted that Martell was in love with Ariane. Yep, I remember that too. I remember it wasn't Was it last year? I don't know. I think it was last year in the summer where, well, I don't want to talk about nothing negative, but yeah, I remember there was a video made, someone had made, and I think Ariana had did an Instagram live or something about how Martell would send her multiple emails, be at her house, outside the house, coming over when she tried to break up with him. And if that's true, that's scary right there. That's scary. Tina Love, you said Bird smear true as well, and we've seen other shows change their cast at different people. Shows you Married to Medicine, because I really love me. I like me some Mariah Huck, and Mariah Huck created that show. She created that show, and she was a cast member on the show. And honey, they fired her, got rid of her, and she was a damn good. She was the star of the show. Her and Quad Webb, Mariah Huck and Quad Webb were the stars of the show. Boy, I tell you, Mariah would be funny. Got those quick reads, a snap back, come back at you, quick, fast, and in a hurry. And honey, do you know they got rid of her? They got rid of her off her own show. Unapologetic real talk. You said I made a reaction video about Marsau and Melody. That's what they want them. That's what they want them two together. Ooh, I'm gonna go on your channel, unapologetic real talk, and watch the reaction video because I believe that is what they're trying to do. Because I can never understand how folks that criticize Tisha so much and act as if they don't like her and speak so negatively of Latisha, but they love them some Marsau. They love them some Marsau. Ain't that something? I believe they're trying to gear that show around Marsau and Melody. Watch. Checking Your Boo said, yes, Ariane was wrong for saying to put Martell on the phone. She should show no respect for the wife in this situation. She showed no respect for the wife in this situation. That's right. But that something new I learned today, and that goes to show you that apparently I wasn't following too closely. I didn't know that Ariana Martell dated for a year before she found out that he was married. So that's something. Unapologetic real talk. I saw the comment. I addressed it. Oh, okay. Let's see. Tina Love said, Chrissy, that last scene with Kiki forever in my mind broke my heart. I didn't like that scene either. I really didn't like that. That left a bad taste in my mouth. I didn't like that scene. But, and I'm going to say, but, we all know how it turns out. And knowing that Kiki was Tisha's cousin, and she had stated many times that her and Tisha were very close, and although they entered each other's lives as teenagers, it was as if they were sisters, and so she was privy to a lot of Tisha's information. So for her to come onto the show through Melody, I knew it wasn't for good intentions. Like, why are you coming on the show? You know she's going to ask you something about your cousin. And again, they always say the producers can ask a cast member to say anything. It's your decision of what you want to say and how you want to answer. But Kiki wanted to be in entertainment so bad. She said that was always her wish, her dream. She wanted to be in entertainment, that she decided to go ahead and come up on this show. Then that exposed the world to her having a struggle with addiction. And then you have this information play out on television as well as on multiple social media platforms, to where we ended up with an unfortunate incident that occurred. And That right there is just heartbreaking. It's very heartbreaking. And boy, I tell you, what'd you say, checking you, boo? Pride before the fall, warning before destruction. That's right. Bird Smith said Mel also said he keep checking for it too. Ain't no telling, but I would wish Martell he to be a single man, a bachelor, just love on his kids, be honest with these women. Now I know Martell, he says he wants to be married because he doesn't want to be out here fornicating. Now he didn't add that part on there. I added on the fornicating part. But Martell does want to be married again, but he just has to make sure whatever woman that he chooses to marry, she wants to, stay in the background. She doesn't want to be in the forefront. He's going to have to look for a woman that's not wanting to be part of the entertainment industry, because if she does, she has dreams and she's going to pursue it, especially if she sees you on this television show. She knows that's one way, to get close to folks in the entertainment industry if she's near you. Yvette Bell, you said, think if you had someone who put revenge porn on you and disrespect you, I don't want you around me. And that's true too. I wouldn't want you around me, Yvette Bell. You're absolutely correct. But why does he have to be off the show? Because he also co created. He and Melody came to Carlos King with the show idea, with a concept. And Carlos created this show. So why should he have to leave the show? He doesn't have to film with her in any scenes. So yeah, but I understand what you're saying. I understand exactly what you're saying. I've also had a question like why didn't she have him arrested? If it was that important, she should have had him arrested when he first sent her that text, because that didn't just happen. That happened way before now. Way before now. Way before she went down to the magistrate office to get a warrant for his arrest. It happened way before then. So I don't know, but it's not up to me to decide what people want to do or how they do it. That's their life. Donnie McClurkin. Thank you, Country Girl Queen. And you know his name popped up in my head. No, I think I was saying Donnie Franklin. That's what I was saying. I was like, ain't no Donnie Franklin. Who is it? But thank you. We fall down, but we get up. Every saint is a sinner. That's right. Checking you, boo. You said I enjoyed Carlos live with Glenn and Marsau. And Glenn is remorseful for his cheating behavior. He said he ain't letting a good thing go. He said he didn't cat it around. Now I'm paraphrasing right now. Glenn said he didn't cat it around for years and had his fun out there, but he's a reformer. He's reformed, baby. He's a reformed cheater. He ain't trying to lose his wife. He want to step up to the good life. But in that interview, he did shed a little light. He didn't come out and say it verbatim, but he said, he's been a man of money, and basically he has a past. So use your imagination about what type of past that was, because he didn't come out and say it, but I respect him for living in his truth. Yvette Bell said, and remember, he was the one who was helping him cheat and giving her money. Yep, that's right. Marsau was helping cheat, passing money to Ariane. Yes. Well, y'all know the tagline is all will be revealed. So it's going to be revealed. Checking you, boo. Yes, misbehaving. I caught that too when Glenn admitted to Latisha giving him another chance after he cheated. You should have seen how Marsau was looking like, you crazy, dude. Yes, checking you, boo. If y'all haven't seen that, go and check it out, baby, and watch Marsau facial expressions. I enjoy that live as well. That's what Lady B said. Tina Love said Marsau definitely puts his foot in his mouth sometimes. Exactly. Birds of a feather. Uh-huh. But the thing is, Marsau is charismatic with his. And he'll say things, and if you're not paying attention and if you're not swift on your feet and you can critically think, it'll go over your head. You won't catch what he's saying. But oh yeah. Oh yeah, baby. Marsau is slick shady, baby. He's slick shady with his. He be telling on himself and don't even realize it. Then again, he may be realize it, but he gets a kick off of saying it and watching to see how long it take people to catch exactly what it was that he said. Chris C said, why do married men go to clubs? You know what happens at clubs. Nothing but drunks and folks grinding on each other. Drinks, blows, and hoes. Drinks, blow, and hoes. That's what's at the clubs, baby. You don't want to get yourself caught up. But hey, if you're a man or a woman with restraint and you got respect for yourself and your relationship, your significant other, it shouldn't be a problem. I know many years I used to go to the club, but see, I don't drink. So I'd be the only female in the group of girls that would be at the club. Everybody else would be drinking except for me. So I'm paying attention to everything that's going on, and I'm the designated driver. Chris C says, if a married woman is okay with her husband going to a strip club, then that's the type of wife that allows a hall pass. Whoa, you better say it, Chris. Whoa, you better say it, Chris. Uh-huh. I never thought of it that way, but I do believe a wife that'll go to the strip club with her husband, yeah, she'll allow a hall pass, baby. That's why I've always been confused. Now I'm gonna hop over to Real Housewives of Atlanta just momentarily. That's why with Candy, I get confused with people like Candy Burrs from the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Like she states she's a Christian. She believes in God and prayer and this and that and everything else. But she believes in sleeping with women and having threesomes with her husband. Where they do that at? Where is that at in the Bible? Is that a new Bible that I haven't purchased yet? Is that a new Bible? Because, honey, I'll be damned. Checking You Boo said if Marsau wants Martell to get quiet, he needs to stop rehashing Martell's cheating. Why keep beating that unalived horse and poking the bear? What is he working overtime to hide or gain? Exactly. What he's trying to gain, Checking You Boo, is the throne. He wants to be the number one. He wants to be considered the star of Love Marriage Huntsville. He wants everything to operate around him and through him. That's what he's doing. He's willing to do anything for that shock and awe value. I can see it now. Tisha probably sitting at home saying, no, I don't want to do this and I don't want to talk about that and I'm tired. And he said, no, baby, this is for our kids. This is generational wealth. This will help us build up our other businesses that we have going on. Imagine we can retire at such and such age. Imagine what this could lead to. You know, he's starry-eyed. He's blinded by Hollywood. Marsau is blinded by Hollywood. Mm-hmm. Checking You Boo said, I don't want Latisha to be the casualty of war. Unapologetic Real Talk said, I think Martell is jealous because the Scotts about to take over the house that they built. About to take it over. Shoot, it looked like they didn't took it over already, Lady D. Lady D. But Martell has nobody to blame but himself. It's ego, pride, and vengeance. He didn't realize they were setting him up for the okie doke. This was the plan all along to separate Melody and Martell from Love and Marriage Huntsville, to make them either get them off the show or make them co-stars, not the stars of a show that they originally starred. I mean, ain't that something? Ain't that something? That's like you doing all the work. Y'all building y'all building a house, you buy all the tools, the supplies, you paying the workers to build the house, and then when it's time to come move in, somebody that ain't contributed not even a penny to the building of the house gets to move in, and you've been left living out on the side of the road. Ooh, that's a sick feeling. That's a sick feeling. Mm. Tina Love said, misbehaving, you said, and Marsau likes the spotlight. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. They blended well at Lady D. Tina Love said, Yvette, he sure did. Paid the car note. I remember that. Chris C said, Martell is like, why is Marsau coming for me when my ex is the one that has driven his name and his wife's name in the gutter? Chris C, that's easy because Marsau is the easy scapegoat. You know, you already have a majority of Melody's fan base that does not care for him at all. But truth be told, before these content creators got up here making these videos, bashing, harassing, and stalking Maurice, Marsau, Tisha, and Kimmi Scott, for years they were bashing, harassing, and stalking Martell Holt. Nobody batted an eye. Nobody cared. Nobody said nothing. Nobody made a video defending Martell Holt because Martell, in everybody's eyes, was the bad guy. It wasn't until the other cast members started getting attacked and Carlos King got attacked that folks start creating videos coming to the cast members' defense. So it's easy for folks to make Martell the bad guy. Martell, where is his fan base? You don't even know where his fans are. Not true enough, you have a lot of women that feels like he's handsome and good looking. And baby, he is handsome and good looking. But baby, I'm telling y'all, it was a plan all along to separate them so that they weren't the heads of this show anymore. Yep. Let me see. I wasn't expecting to be on this long. I said a few minutes, but let me see. Um, Checking You Boo said, I think Martell is happy when people succeed. I think he is saying allow him to move on without staying in the past, especially when folks have been cheating as him. That's right, Checking You Boo, and that's what he wants to do. Martell wants to move on to something new. But that's why I say shouldn't nobody get mad that now Martell is about to get his lick back. Y'all done filled up your pockets, became well known, living off our dysfunction, and you steady throwing jabs. So now I'm gonna throw jabs back. Unapologetic Real Talk said, I hated when Stormy had called Marsau out. It took a lot to forgive her. Yeah. Checking You Boo said, yes, Latisha tried to be friendly with Martell's ex. And I think right now they're peacefully coexisting, as co-workers. We got to understand it. Especially last season. They well actually not well when they first went over to the islands for their trips, and when Tisha saw the way the rooms were assigned, that made it clear to her exactly where they stood with Melody. They're just co-workers. Mm, let's see. Tina Love said, I like Latisha. I watched her for her the most because I wanted to change careers, study, and she's really shown the most growth in business and education. Yes. Yes, she has. Unapologetic Real Talk said Melody had put her own business out after they all made a pact not to talk about it. Yes, that's true. Melody did, but the cast members, the Scotts, all of them, they all made commentary out of it for years. That's why we kept getting the same storyline season after season. because they would comment on it instead of them demanding and putting their foot down that their lives be shown, like what are they actually doing, like what they're building, how they're building up their company. I mean, we can have a little messiness, but it shouldn't continue to be at the demise of Martell and Melody's relationship. But I firmly believe that it's going to go into a new direction after Martell gets out, whatever he's going to get out, because you are then going to have genuine beefs up on the show. Up on the show. Hold on, what was that checking you, boo? You said both Marcel and Martell's ex are manipulative with wordplay. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Marcel and Melody definitely are manipulative with wordplay. Mm-hmm. Honey, if you don't know, by the time you realize what they've said, honey, it'd be the next day. Checking You Boo said, even if it is revealed that Marsau cheated, it is Latisha's choice to stay or go. Martell's ex chose to advertise her husband's infidelity without disclosing her cheating, so don't blame others. Mm, I think Marsau and Latisha, even if it were to come out, her staying it wouldn't be like an anomaly. There are a lot of women that stay with their husbands. There are a lot of women, and I don't think women should judge them for that just because you may not do it or I may not do it. You know, why judge them? That's a choice that she made. So I say mind your own business, but we can't mind the business until it all come out because Marcel keep throwing those jabs. Ooh, and hey, One Dark and Lovely. She said, "Hi, beautiful queen at Misbehaving. Enjoyed your commentary and totally agree with your point of view." Thank you, One Dark and Lovely. Thank you. But yeah, we're gonna have to go ahead and hurry up. Chris, see what you say? Everyone who had a meeting with Mel to talk about their issues went in friendly, trying to make peace, but Mel always started being condescending, like brushing them off as if like she's through with it. She's tired. She don't want to talk anymore. And that's one thing I don't like. If I allow you to tell you your grievance that you have against me and I remain quiet and listen to you, you should have enough decency to sit there and allow me to pour out my grievance towards you, even if it's something that makes you uncomfortable. Because that's what I can't understand. One minute she doesn't like that people are bringing up Martell's name or whatever happened in the past with him, but then in another scene, she can mention his name or ask someone a question. So you can't have it both ways. You can't have it both ways. Cancel selfishness. That's right. Children first. Tina, you said nail seems fun. I like the energy when her and hubby were at the dance lesson, the way they look at each other. I don't know. The jury's still out with Nail. The jury's still out with Nail. Unapologetic Real Talk, you said that's why I can't ride for Melody because of her fans thinking that everyone should see it like them. Right. And actually, I believe it's some paid haters in her fan base. Some paid haters to sabotage her. That's why I say each day that she goes without, whether it's on an Instagram live or a TikTok live or whatever. I ain't over on TikTok. I don't go up over there. I mean, I have a page up over there, but I don't utilize it for anything. Those are too many apps. Honey, only two apps I'm gonna be on is Instagram and YouTube. But it would hurt her. It would not hurt her, especially she goes on some of these content creators' channel. But it wouldn't hurt her to make a video um, distancing herself or verbalizing that she disagrees with some of the things said and behaviors actions taken by people that claim that they support her. She can come out here and say, you're not supporting me when you do these things. the things that you're doing, it actually hurts me. So I think there are some paid haters in her midst, but as long as she keeps quiet, she's gullible and vulnerable, and it makes it easy for people to um, assume that she has a hand in what's going on. So that's all I can say with that. Checking You Boo said, every last cast member have shown pettiness. At the top of the petty list is Marsau, Martell, and his ex. You got that right, Checking You Boo. They petty. Boo, great one. Cancel selfishness and children first. That's right, Tina Love. Checking You Boo says, shout out to everybody who gives charity. Shame on you if you do community service for selfish and attention seeking reasons. Yep, yep. Checking You Boo said, there is a reason God selected husbands as heads of households. Why are so many women dominating in men's roles and men yielding to women's roles? Hashtag let's get it together. You're right. As outspoken as I am, your girl misbehaving is as outspoken as I am, and independent, whatever. I do believe in gender roles. I do. Now I'm not gonna let nobody mistreat me. I just happen to choose the wrong man to be the leader of my household. But see, had I been reading my Bible, not just attending church, had I been reading my Bible and learning the word for myself. And I've had some confliction with religion throughout my childhood and young adulthood, but I've always believed in gender roles and believe in having respect for myself and my body. But there's nothing wrong with it. And for women that don't believe in gender roles, if you believe, well, a man can stay at home and be a stay at home dad while you go out and work, you do what's best for you guys. But I've always believed that I was supposed to have been with a man, and had I done what I felt in my heart that I should have done, that's the type of man I should have been with. Someone that could teach me, expose me to things that I have never been exposed to before, like lead. I want to support you. I don't want to be the one that's leading and doing the talking and the having to argue on behalf of our family and our children. Like, the man is supposed to do that role. I don't know. I'm rambling right now, y'all. I am rambling right now. Let me hurry up and come on down. Checking You Boo. I can always count on you to have good stuff to say. You said husbands being head of households doesn't mean wives don't have voices, but husbands and wives are to submit to each other just in their destined roles designed by God. Yes, ma'am. I receive it. I believe it. Yes, yes, yes. Tina Love said, boo, I'm an alpha female, mostly because of my upbringing. I'm the eldest, took care of siblings, grandparents, and I appreciate an alpha male. Take the lead and my load off. Tina Love, booyah, booyah. Amen right there. Amen right there to that comment right there. You got that right. Because, honey, if you mess around and make a mistake and get with a beta male, it, there's no structure, no, nor order. No structure nor order. Checking You Boo said God approves wives or husbands leaving a marriage due to abuse and cheating. Martell's ex cheated on him too and abused him. He could have left too physically. Both of them left before the papers. Yes, they did. They both did. Yes, they did. Country Girl from Queen said, great lie, misbehaving and regulators. Boom, Tina Love. Tina Love said, I remember my grandparents working together. He was the head, God was his head, and everything fell in place. Miss those days. Yes. Yes. And I did not see that growing up. I know my mother came from a two-parent home. My grandmother and grandfather were married. My grandfather served in the military, and I cannot remember what my grandmother did, but I know my grandmother worked because my grandfather was in the military and he traveled. Um, but I know my grandmother had put us in ballet class. She was like, I guess you could say she was a little bougie. She was a little bougie. But my mother was just a rebel because once her parents divorced, my grandfather had met a lady um, while he was in the military out in California, and subsequently he and my grandmother divorced. So it left my grandmother to raise my mother alone. And I do know I have an aunt that was murdered, so that had put a strain on their marriage. And then subsequently, it didn't help that my grandfather ended up having an affair and divorcing my grandmother. And so my grandmother was left raising my mother alone. So my mother was left alone oftentimes, and she was easily influenced. So, it's a lot to be said. It is a lot to be said about our community and the different roles that people play, and why it's so important to have the right modeling for your children, to read the Bible, not just listen to what someone else is telling you. Know the word for yourself, and then you have to follow the roles that you're meant to have in order for there to be success and have order and structure in your life. Otherwise, you're left just idly blowing around in life with no clear path of direction. Checking you, boo. You said it was Martell who wouldn't leave Ari. Dude was jumping fences to get to Ari. I checked Martell big time for his obsession with Ari. I felt badly for his ex when she asked Martell to choose. Hashtag silence. Right. That was telling during that reunion. That was telling. Yeah. And lady, anytime a woman has to tell a man to choose, he's already chosen. If you got to tell him, he's already chosen. Jackie Yubu said, I do believe she is a scorned woman. I believe this is why Martell stayed quiet for so long when his ex and her flock were attacking him, as well as why he didn't file charges when she abused him. And checking you, boo, part of that I believe is because Martell was also afraid of the ramifications as far as I shouldn't, maybe ramifications isn't the correct verbiage to use, but he was afraid of being criticized or ridiculed by the other men. He's surrounded by a group of men that profess to be alpha males, and I run my house, and the woman does this. Here you are, supposed to be the head of your household. You're going home cooking, cleaning, helping the kids with homework. That's not what real men do. I'm just paraphrasing now, but I believe he was afraid of how he may look in the eyes of other men. He was concerned, and again, that's that ego. You're concerned about others' impression of you is. So yeah, I believe he suffered in silence. He suffered in silence. Then he got with Ari, but hell, Ari had been fighting him too. They've had little brush ups online as well. That's why I said he need to be by himself. Tina Love said, Boo, I know, right? The silence, that was a tough scene. The reunion. Checking You Boo said, even Ariane told Martell's ex that she has left him alone, but he won't leave her alone. She said to his ex to ask him to leave her alone. His ex could make Martell leave Ari alone. Martell failed. What you say, Checking You Boo? Yes, Tina Love. It amazes me how people do things out of order, then complain about the chaos. If only they would reflect and take accountability for their choices and take leaps of growth. Amen. I believe it and I receive it. That right there. Checking you, boo. Yeah, I was lighting up Martell when he didn't choose his ex easily. Yeah, we all did. R.I.P. Kiki with her beautiful self. The purple princess. Checking Your Boo said Latisha knew what Kiki was going through. I checked Martell's ex big time when she used Kiki for her selfish, malicious agenda. So sad. Mm, mm, mm. Tina Love said, yes, that part too regarding Tisha's cousin. The intentions were not in the right place. I agree. Checky Boo says, Martell did say he wants to be married and live a family life. Martell needs to work on being faithful with his wife. Shout out to him for being a great dad. That's right. Shout out to him for being a great dad. But yeah, he needs to work on being faithful and he has to work on whatever his past traumas are that he's been through. Everybody deserves to be happy. Everybody deserves to be happy. Tina Love said, boo, her behavior gives scorn. I just wish for the children's sake she heals. Jackie You Boo says, I do believe folks are exaggerating. No, he shouldn't have sent that text. Martell simply wanted his ex to leave him alone. He shouldn't have used the text to scare her into leaving him alone. That's right. Tasha Jackson. Hey, Tasha Jackson. She said, I just caught your channel. So far, you seem to be holding everyone accountable. I just don't think Ari should be able to come on a show and make money. That Martell former wife pitch not happening. Well, Tasha Jackson, but a lot of us, and myself included in the beginning, I didn't think that she needed to be on the show to make any money. However, when I saw all of the content creators whom support Melody, whose Melody has been in their chat supporting them openly, when they've made countless videos bashing Ariane, because had they not spoken about her or made videos about her, she would have faded to the background. But we are all curious. We want to see the dynamics. I mean, they're divorced now, Martell and Melody. So let's see what's going on with Ariane and Martell. But I still don't know why Carlos King or OWN won't give him an Ariana spinoff. But I think if she did come on the show, you know, this would close this segment. We wouldn't have to hear about her no more. But maybe you're right. Maybe she won't come on. But I think she is. Because I refuse to believe that Martell and Trisha were sleeping together. I refuse to believe that. Checking Your Boo said, yes, I am alarmed how her obsession with destroying Martell will impact the kids later. Kids are like sponges, soaking all of it. Let's hope it doesn't lead to bad results. Hi, Tina Love. Drinks, blows, and hoes. Truth, though. That's right. That's the only thing you're going to find at the club. Tina Love said, boo, and those are the scenes that trigger me. I remember my dad showing up to my birthday party. I was so excited, turned into a mess. Mess in my mind and heart, too. Yeah. Sometimes parents don't think about how their behavior and reactions impact their children. Yep. But I tell you, baby, ain't no Love and Marriage Huntsville without Martell and Melody, Shari Rodgers. But y'all might as well get ready. T Squad, get ready. Because Martie Mar, he was asleep, but now he's awakened. And he's about to come full throttle. I know one thing, I'm tired of seeing all these men with these tight ass jeggings that I call nutcrackers, got on these little tight ass pants with their ankles exposed. I'm sick of that. I don't even know who started that fashion crave, but y'all need to get rid of that. I am sick of seeing you big grown ass men that call yourself being alpha males walking around with these skin tight ass pants on, hugging on your balls so tight, them suckers blue. They ain't getting enough blood circulating through them. And then you got your big ashy ankles hanging out, these high waters. That's what they are. What I forgot the name of those pants. Push pedal or pedal pushers. Pedal pushers. That's what women call their pants. These pedal pushers. I'm so sick of seeing you grown men in attire like that. So, baby, What you say, bad girl Riri? You said I actually stopped being friends with a host for pulling this stunt on me and two other people. Checking you, boo. What you tell misbehaving accepts all opinions respectfully. Misbehaving holds all accountable rather than promote selective outrage. Add Ari to tell her story since they discussed her without consent. At Tasha Jackson. That's right. That's right. Martell, checking you, boo. You said Martell had the contact to Carlos. Carlos told him an ensemble cast would be a better option. Martell notified his ex and they pitched together at Tasha Jackson. Thank you, checking you, boo. Thank you. What you say, checking you, boo? I am on board with Latisha choosing to leave or stay if she learns Marsau cheated. It is wise of Latisha not to leave her husband without evidence. That's right. You should never do that, ladies and gentlemen. Honey, you you can do if you ain't got the proof, don't go ahead and do it. And even if you do have the proof, if you choose to stay, that is your prerogative. It does not make you less of a woman if you chose to stay. Some women stay because they're in love. Some women stay because they want the children to have both parents in the household. So just like I say, don't judge women or speak ill or think ill of women that choose to leave. Ladies, let's have grace for women that choose to stay. Because each one of us have to walk our own path and live with the choices we've made. What you say, Chang Yu Boo? You said it's hypocritical of Martell's ex to want folks not to discuss her, but she discussed folks. She gossiping big time about Maurice's DUI. Shout out to Maurice for hashtag case dismissed. Tasha Jackson said at Checking You Boo, Melody never said Ari name on the show. Melody has made reference to several of his infidelities. Ari just chose to stick around all this time because Ari wants to get on this show. Mm, okay. Jackie Boo said Martell's ex is not responsible for her supporters' bad behaviors, but her silence from making it clear she doesn't condone the toxic misbehaviors that are harmful. That's right. Checking you, boo. She might not have said her name, but the discussion and description were customized just for Ari. It was things she mentioned that happened between Ari and she at Tasha Jackson. Ooh, Tasha Jackson, checking you, boo, said she did show info on social media about Ari. Tasha Jackson said Ari can tell her story on IG, TikTok, YouTube, and join another reality TV show. We will even support Ari on another show, but she don't get to make money off a show that has former wife created. Nah. Well, I'm telling you, Tasha, it sounds like you truly support Melody, and I'm gonna tell you this, honey. Listen at misbehaving, and I'm gonna tell you this, and it's not to beef with you. They gonna need something else up on that show because the plan is to get both Melody and Martell off this show. The plan is to get Melody and Martell up off this show. And honey, if you don't see the writing on the wall, let me give you a pair of glasses that's been cleaned with some alcohol wipes, some Windex, and some glasses cleaner. Honey, the plan is to get both of them up off the show. So they need to get it together because they're stronger together, not as a couple, but as business partner than apart. Because once one of them is kicked off the show, it's going to make it easier for the other one to get kicked off. Mark my word. Mark my word. Mm, mark my word. Who is this? Bad Girl Riri said, Amen. I had two alpha parents. You're going to see my sweet and sour side if you try me. I know that's right. I know that's right. Okay, checking your boo says special honor to you, misbehaving for calling a spade a spade. I appreciate you not getting caught up in the echo chamber to crucify certain people and celebrate others. None are innocent and perfect. That's right. Nobody on this show is perfect. They've all made mistakes. And each side is criticizing the other side, but y'all ain't telling the truth now. Y'all not telling the full truth. If you are a fan of the show and watched it from the beginning, it's easy to see and call out what each cast member has done to hurt the other one. Nobody's innocent. Just like people saying, oh, they made a documentary about the millimeters. Well, there are some fanatic fans in the millimeters. And at this point, I'm believing it could be some self sabotage. The only thing that's not making me agree with that concept is the fact that Melody Shari Rodgers continues to remain quiet. So that's why I'm not going full throttle with that sentiment. Each day Melody stays quiet, it just confirms that she's playing a part. She has something to do with it. If not, speak up. Tasha, you said we get it misbehaving. You don't want to be Kimmi, financially taking care of a man for him to stay with you. That's right. I sure don't. Honey, I made that mistake when I was younger with my first husband. I said I would work so he could go to school. The plan was he would get stable first, establish his career, and then I would establish mine afterwards. And baby, when it was time for me to establish mine, that man flipped the script. Flipped the script on me. But yeah, I'm not paying for no man. I'm not paying to have no man. But hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. Checking you boo said, know the Bible for yourself, study to show thyself approved rightly, dividing truth. That's right. Because folks out here talking about they believe in God. But baby, your actions tell me otherwise. Tina Love said, Tasha, that I agree. Not necessarily join the LAMH cast, something else, just like YouTube, TikTok, and Elevate because Marty can do some same to Ari. So you have to always have your own. Especially if you ain't chose the right man. Hey, there were my blueberry boots. Hey, blueberry boots. I need to know how to reach you to sing you something, boo. Oh, blueberry, let me see. Let's see. Oh, I'll put that up there. I don't know if that'll. That's my YouTube. I mean, my Cash App. That's my Cash App. Let's see. Let me go back to comments. Let's see. Bad girl Riri. There you go. You said Arion voice has already been filmed on the show season 2. Now I just need to know what would be the difference in showing her face. I guess Bad Girl Riri, I think it wouldn't hurt to have her on the show. I mean, I know some people don't want her on the show, but I don't think it would be bad to have her on the show. Now I will say I didn't like this last episode. Martell said Melody was cheating with a whole bunch of men. I'm like, God dog, Martell, any little support people was trying to rally up behind you, you gonna mess it up. Leave that there. But I guess if I can't be a hypocrite, because if I'm saying it's okay for him to bring out Marsau dirt, I guess it's okay for him to bring out Melody dirt too. So I guess this is the year of the side chicks and the side dudes. Checking you, boo. You said I did question why didn't Ari use her YouTube to build or tell her story, she probably would have made big money because people wanted to hear her story. Even now, when Ari comes, even haters are magnets. Right. Exactly. Checking you, boo. And then even with her Instagram, I don't even think it's monetized. But she could have been had members. She could have had her membership set up, you know. And then, folks would have came over there to call her every filthy name in the book. I wouldn't have read it unless they super chatted it. And they would have super chatted it. She could have. So I believe somebody then gave her a check to stay quiet. I believe somebody gave her a check to stay quiet. Checking you, boo. You said, I hope Martell doesn't allow anybody to lie on him and attempt to destroy him moving forward, especially when they are not perfect. Right. I think this is serve as a lesson learned. Bad girl Riri, you said, I worked for a huge men's clothing company and those pants sold out more than anything. Mm. Tasha, what you say? Tasha said if she did show info on Ari on social media, I'm sure it was a response only. Either way, it's been set to cancel this show if Ari becomes a cast member. Trust me, it'll be canceled. I doubt that, Tasha. They called themselves trying to black out the show and they weren't successful in blacking out the show. I think as long as content creators, and you got a lot of millimeters content creators that do commentary every day on it. So this show's not going anywhere. If Ari comes on this show, that must mean Melody is choosing to leave the show. I'm telling you, we want some closure to this story. Shaggy Boo said, I don't believe a show will be canceled if Ari is added. Hint, look at past reality shows. The show must go on. That's right. We want to see and we want to know. Unapologetic Real Talk said, long as they talking about Ari on that show, she deserves to be there. That's right. She sure does. Y'all done used her name. Everybody ate off of her. She was part of the infidelity. So let her come get a check. She got a son to take care of. Don't y'all love the kids? Don't y'all love the kids? When Ari comes on social media, they become magnets. They be glued to the screens to report and attack against Ari. That's right. So why not attack her if she's up on the show? Because I remember one of the content creators, I'm going to just put a name on it. Well, I ain't going to put no name on it because they don't like to give me no credit and send no viewers my way. So why would I do that for them today? But I'm going to describe the content creator. They look like a turtle. T-Talk, shit, y'all know I can't hold nothing. T-Talk turtle girl with her little gummy, droopy-eyed looking self. She want to talk about it was her, and they were talking about if Ariane comes on the show, she gonna get her butt whooped. Yeah, come on the show, cause she gonna get a tail whooped by Kimmi. Then folks really gonna be talking about her. Y'all talking about her now, so why don't she get paid? Because I know the real reason y'all don't want Ariane Curry up on that show is, honey, you don't want her to tell the dirt that she know, because it is because of her. She was the one that put that picture out there of Maurice, Marsau, and Martell at the club in Atlanta at the strip club. Y'all know the season. when Maurice was talking about him and Marsau had never met Ari, and Marsau said, yes, we did. Checking your boo, you said, at Misbehaving, what do you think about Martell's ex-limiting mentorship to business only? Clearly, she doesn't understand the depth of mentoring, yet she made fun of Latisha saying growthful, an actual word. Right. Right. No, mentoring can involve more than business. But what she should have said is that Neil and Chris were friends with them. They had experienced something that her and Martell had experienced, infidelity, and how they were willing to come back together. So why spend your time talking with them all that time? And Martell been cheating for years. But yeah, mentoring is not just limited to business. You can have mentors at work, mentors in school, uh, mentors and someone that you're looking up to that they've clearly shown that they're expert or experienced in in a topic or a situation, and so they're coming to you. You know, how did you accomplish that? How were you able to go on to still be in that marriage knowing that your husband has cheated with multiple people, and now you guys are here almost married 30 years? How are you able to do that? Melody would have been better off in that episode just saying she had determined, although she loves Nell and she values her friendship as a friend, she and Nell are two different women. They are not the same. Nell comes from the old school line of thinking of women are going to stand by their man no matter what, because having half a man is better than having no man at all. Whereas she comes from the school of I'm fed up, I've had enough, I can do bad all by myself. So they just have different ideologies on what it means to be a wife and to forgive your husband and to go ahead and move in peace. But if y'all watch the show, y'all can see sometimes how Nell she speaks down to Chris. She yells at him, and he just submits and gets quiet and doesn't say anything. So I don't know. I don't know, but that was a good question. Thank you for pointing that out. Thank you for pointing that out and asking that question. Checking you, boo. Tina Love, you said so. I don't see Mel leaving unless she creates her own spinoff of Nubian. I know they paying her a pretty penny, but I know that if she chooses to leave, if they tell her, because it's not Carlos' choice on if Ariane can come on the show or not. The network ultimately has the final say, and it has nothing to do with Oprah Winfrey. Oprah is a minor owner. She sold majority of her shares of that network. But if they chose to bring Ariane on, I could see them paying Melody more money, or then again, they just may tell her, you either the lady's coming and you can continue to film, you still have a job, but if you choose not to be here, then go ahead and leave. So ultimately, it's Melody's decision. But I wouldn't let nobody run me off my show. If they going in a new direction and they don't want it to be about business and they want it about the mess, then I'm going to give them the mess because ain't no side chick would run me off my show. Ain't they say they're trying to get to the bag? Let's get on to the bag. Tell you, boo, they are shooting bullets at him on his messy reality show. It's about time he defends. I just hope he is honest and not malicious. Right. That part I agree with, checking you, boo. I don't want him to be malicious with it. Just be honest and just let him know, hey, man, you keep on saying this and that, and I ain't saying nothing to you. So yeah, pedal pushers. Daisy Lewis. Hey, Daisy Lewis. Daisy Lewis said, I really believe people want to see the worst in this young lady personally and truly believe Melody having cheated on Martell, because Martell said out his own mouth Melody never cheated on him. Well, what they're talking about, Daisy Lewis, Melody has left the relationship, and the going trend right now is everybody's a side chick or a side dude. The thing is if you are married and you're not divorced, even if you've moved out the marital home and you're no longer romantically linked, people feel as if you are committing adultery if you decide to become intimate with another person. And so my thing is this, it's not a speculation nor an assumption, Miss Daisy, because Melody admitted out her own mouth. First she denied it, but then when they played the video, the recording of her admitting, where she suck somebody else's Peter Whacker and it wasn't Martell's. So you don't know. And then you had Melody, what, on the Houston trip, where she said that she would go to the hotel for a couple of days to unwind. And so that meant the kids was left at the house with Martell. So you didn't left the house to go unwind for a couple of days? Come on now. Come on. Ain't nobody got no proof. But I know one thing, when a woman is done with you, and if a woman tell you to go on and get you another girlfriend because she not being sexually intimate with you, trust me, she done moved on. She done moved on to somebody else. Because I know doggone well a woman just ain't out there letting men put they swanky lanky all up in their mouth. And, and you not romantically linked. I don't know. I could be confused, but it ain't normal for a woman, a married woman, to just be letting men go ahead and put his slinky lank up in her mouth. Now that's all I'ma say. That's what I'ma say. But mm, mm, mm. uh, uh, uh. Then she went back to him. But what I'm trying to figure out, if we are to go with the common theory that the relationship was over in the beginning, and this was all pretend, how did it become so real? And then they had Sugar Mama. Sugar Mama, poor little baby, came up in the picture. I don't know. I don't know. But all I know is Melody and Martell, baby. Y'all done got distracted, and while y'all busy beefing and fighting and trying to destroy one another, baby, they about to kick y'all off y'all own show. And Marsau doing anything for the limelight. He wants to be the star. And baby, Carlos is willing to make him the star because Carlos is willing to do just that. Y'all gonna be on the outside of the club. Can't even get in. Turtle Girl, baby, I'm done. Yeah, T-Talk Turtle Girl. That's the nickname I gave her, baby. T-Talk Turtle Girl. And old goat mouth when Tay talk. I used to say Tay looked like a baby dinosaur. Y'all remember that little cartoon, that little show for the kids? I'm the baby, not the mama. I'm the baby, not the mama. That Tay talk looked like a little baby dinosaur. Old goat mouth cell. Mm-hmm. Checking you, boo. You said even Martell's ex shared on previous episodes that Nell and Chris counseled them regarding their troubled marriage. Exactly, they did, and it was multiple times that they've counseled them. But my thing is this: Melody had already made up her mind. This ain't gonna work. It ain't going nowhere. This man in love with another woman. He ain't trying to leave her. He ain't trying to leave her, and I'm fed up. I'm stuck. I got a way to get out. I got all these kids. I got a platform. I have support. Because, see, that's the number one thing that women need, support. When you have a group of people around you that are willing to support you and uplift you and help guide you and help you through the dysfunction and the pain, but it has to be the right people that are helping you. Otherwise, you could have some folks around you trying to lead you into destruction because they want to see you down and out. That's all I got to say. That's all I got to say. What'd you say, checking you, boo? In the words of unapologetic real talk, they were sister wives. Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah, that's what she said, and I done said it too in multiple videos. You know, when your husband first cheat, I can understand, okay, that's one time, but this has been several years. After 2 years of your husband sleeping with the same woman, ladies, that is now your sister wife. That is your sister wife. And they said they've been together over 4 years. That girl Riri, I'm going to be honest. Men that deal with nails and males typically cheat. They'll sneak around all day and night for peace. Yep. The thing is, Martell didn't cheat the right way, and that's how he got caught. He was loose with it, and he got caught. See, what you don't know can't hurt you. But see, once you know it, oh, baby. And sometimes women will get a feeling that man ain't doing right. Something ain't right about him. And then it's your decision what you choose to do. After that, do you want to stay? Do you want to go? Do you want to stay or do you want to go? Jackie Boo said Oprah is not the majority owner. Yes, Carlos produces the show. That's right. And people think once Carlos give the show to the network that he has some input or control over what's shown, the airing dates, or they may even have somebody go in and do some editing themselves. Carlos has no control over that. So when they come out there using Carlos' name, I'm like, baby, you barking up the wrong tree. You barking up the wrong tree. Checking you boo said lies. Martell said his ex cheated on him many times. He said she would leave the house often and said she was in a hotel while he had the kids. Bad girl Riri said fact sis was bobbing and slobbing. Ooh. Oh. Bad girl Riri, I'm through with you. Checking you, boo said if the audio wouldn't have been played, Martell's ex would have continued lying about not cheating. Yep. And you wouldn't have known. And then that's scary right there, too. So that meant that man got recordings. You don't know what all was recording. Cameras and microphones in the house. That remind me of my son's father. Recording stuff and you wondering how he know what your conversation is about. I mean, I wasn't creeping and tipping. And truth be told, the only reason we're at this impasse and crossroad now is because I wouldn't be intimate. Baby, I went down that road and I ain't going back. It take me one time to learn, baby. One time to learn. But you're right. You are absolutely right. Checking you, but what you say, I remember it being said that Martell's ex went to Ari to inform her she was leaving Martell alone, hoping Ari would take bait and leave him alone. His ex ended up pregnant and Ari followed in pregnancy. Baby, ain't that something? Ain't that something? And then let's go back to this calling people and talking. And I think people get too lost and worked up when you hear the term respectful cheating. And in fact, I'm tired of hearing that phrase, respectful cheating. It appears to me like somebody that went back, listened to YouTubers, influencers videos, things that we have said in our videos, and then they've gone back through the season, starting from season 1, picked up words that Melody has said, and then they've created scenarios around her words using her very own words against her because she was the first one that said respectful cheating. But let's fast forward to present day. We all know what that means because there was. Now, I made fun of it and made light of it, and I referred to it as the side chick commandments. There being 3 commandments as it pertains to side chicks. But the that is really the basis of respectful cheating because what your wife don't know won't hurt her. What your wife don't know won't hurt her. And at some point, that changed to where these chicks want to be seen and they want to be heard. They want you to spend time with them. They want you to come over to the house for the holiday. They get mad if the man tell them I got an old lady. They want to come ride past the man's house. They want to call. They want to fight the wife. If the wife don't even know nothing about you, they want to make it a point of letting the wife know. So let me tell you, ladies, a side chick is a woman that has no class, no self-respect, and low self-esteem. One, you wouldn't even become a side chick because you would value yourself as a woman so much so that you wouldn't put yourself in that situation. Not at all. But we don't go on through here, so Misbehaving can remind y'all again what the side chick commandments are. And there's only 3 commandments that you need to abide by. The first commandment is, thou shalt stay quiet and don't say a thing. That's the first commandment. The second commandment is, thou shalt not stalk nor call the wife. And the third commandment is, thou shalt not be seen in the city, movie theater, hotel, shopping center, at the mall within 100-mile radius of where your wife and your children have to lay their heads. Those are the three side chick commandments. Now, every once in a while, you may have a fella that'll get a side chick together and check her to where they might loosen the radius of the mile radius of how far away you have to live from his wife. Now, you could live the next city or two over, but he gonna let you know, don't you call my house. Don't you call my wife. Don't you ride by my house. You know what it is. I spend a little money on you. You gonna give me some. You gonna give me some sloppy toppy. Ain't no babies. I don't want no baby from you. I got all the kids I want. And in exchange for me paying your bills, letting you go shopping whenever you want to, you gonna respect these rules. And the women used to respect those rules. That's why a lot of y'all granddaddies, y'all never found out that he had another family on the other side of town or the city over until granddaddy passed away. And then you saw uh, extras, aunties, uncles you never seen before, or hell, could have been your very own daddy. You didn't know until he died that you had a brother or sister. And all this time, y'all may have been in the same school. Ain't that something? That's how cold them players was back in the day. That's how cold they were back in the day. Mhm. But that's really what they consider respectful cheating. So, anyway, back to the conversation. I still don't find any justification for Melody calling Ari. There is no questions to, no conversation to be had. We don't need to link up. We don't need to meet up. You've already called and disrespected me a year or so prior. So why am I going to wait now to try to call you so you can tell me when he shows up at your house? That doesn't make any sense. You don't need any further proof or evidence to lead the man. Now, she's already left that man, but this is what I'm just mentioning it because people get stuck on the conversation of Melody calling Ari, which I thought was stupid to begin with. Why call the sister wife, the side chick, the mistress? What are you calling for? Didn't make any sense. Hmm. What you say, Tasha Jackson? Wait a minute. Did you say Tay looked like a goat or dinosaur? Yes, Tay Jackson. She looked like old goat mouth. You know how them goats and they be chewing on that hay and stuff. She got old goat mouth. But if you look at her, especially, it don't matter which wig she put on, she looked like the baby dinosaur. It's that cartoon. I don't know the name of the show. It was a little kid show that was on for years, and it wasn't even a cartoon. It was like little Muppets or whatever. And then you had the mama dinosaur and the baby dinosaur. And it used to be, I think, back in the 90s. Was it in the 90s? It might have been in the 90s, 97, 90s, early 2000s. They would have those commercials and they'd sell the stuffed animals, and then they'd have the little baby dinosaur on there talking about, I'm the baby, not the mama. I'm the baby, not the mama. So yeah, Tay looked just like one of them dinosaurs, but she got a goat mouth. If you look at her when she talking, all that's why I call her old goat mouth Tay. Old baby dinosaur. Checking you, boo. You said although Martell's ex was the rank in that tit for tat between Ari and she, I couldn't understand why she went to Ari. She should have checked only Martell. That's right. But I'm saying she should have been done with him. She's done with him now, but that it would have been over for me when the mistress called. When the mistress called, I would have been done. When Ari called, checking me and being disrespectful, talking about put Martell on the phone, I would have been done. I would have been done when I saw Martell crawling up the stairs to get to a second cell phone that she didn't know about. See, ladies, that's what these men be doing. They be having separate phones. Because, see, back in the day when we were younger, before there were cell phones, you just had the landline. But then you got the cell phones, and these men try to be slick and they get a second cell phone. Then back in the day, Some men, they would get caught slipping. They'd get an extra phone and it'd be on the same line. So when your wife get the cell phone bill or can go up to the cell phone company and get a printout, they can see the phone numbers you call. These men start buying burner phones, going to Walmart or Target or something and just paying the $45 or whatever and get a little spare cell phone because ain't no bill, to track. You can't track those calls because all that man doing is going and adding more minutes to that phone. So he got a spare phone for his mistress. Now you got social media, all these email addresses and stuff. Ladies, y'all better be checking these iPhones and these tracking service and look into these tracking apps because these men put it on you. They think we the only one putting it, honey. They putting it on us too. hmm Side chick commandments, all three of them, they was thicker than thieves, baby. They were rolling through the streets of Huntsville and Atlanta. They're like the Three Musketeers. And you best believe if Martell was cheating, they was cheating too. And they should have left good enough alone. Marsau should have left good enough alone, but he didn't want to leave good enough alone and antagonize Martell. And now here we are. This is where we are today. Baby, this is where we are today. Mm, yep, yep. Uh-oh. Let me see. Let me come back over here. Let me come back over here to the comments. Shush, shush, shush. Okay, let's see. My bad. What you say, bad girl Riri? You said my stepfather's daughter came home with her boyfriend and it was her brother. Ooh. Ooh. Baby, checking you boo said I don't condone folks choosing to be side chicks, side dudes, and cheaters, no matter the gender. That's right. Neither do I, baby. And if we are to go by the definition in 2024, baby, even though I had divorced, well, I'm divorced now, but when I had first left my husband, before the divorce was official, wasn't with that man for years. No, honey, I guess I was a side chick. 'Cause I knew I was fornicating. Lord have mercy and committing adultery too. Jesus, but I'm delivered. I'm delivered. Oh my God. Oh my God, I am so sorry. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Yes, checking you boo is disrespectful to be a side chick. Oh my, oh God. Oh my God, I am so sorry, y'all. My cheeks are hurting. My cheeks are hurting. Tina Love said, listening in the bushes, getting dinner started and cleaning and seasoning the meats. All right. I'm gonna try to hurry up, you guys. I'm gonna try to hurry it up. I ain't know I was on here this long. Chucky Yubu said it was foul of Ari to tell X to put Martell on the phone and foul of his ex to get her gang to go whoop Ari. When that didn't work, she tried telling Ari he was cheating on her too. Mm, mm, mm. She should. Ooh, Lord. Well, it's a good thing they divorced now. But we need some healing over that family, baby. Martell and Melody better to get it together, baby, because y'all about to be co-stars on your own show that you used to star on. Baby, y'all about to be co-stars. Y'all ain't even know. Honey, y'all ain't even know. Y'all see, that's why I put that picture in the back with Marsau Scott at the top. Marsau Scott at the top, baby. This is about to be a remix. It's a remix, baby. A remix. Mm-mm. Let's see. Chaggy Boo, you said Ari said Martell's ex was a side chick because he had a girlfriend in college. So does that mean both of them chose to be side chicks and Martell was a side dude in college too? Right. Well, apparently, if we go by today's definition, you got to be married and have a side chick, a side dude. But Back then, if a man or woman were already in a committed relationship and they decided to date someone else, yes, that would make you a side chick or side dude because that person already has they main lady or they main dude. Hey, Catherine, how you doing? Catherine said, "Hey, Miss B in chat." God, dog, I'm trying to hurry up. Did I catch up with you guys? How you doing? Nice to see you here. Bad girl Riri said, "Misbehaving, baby, you take me to the king every single time." Baby, I'm telling you, I y'all check out my short about Martell. Baby, I didn't even upload that photo. Martell, y'all check out that episode with him and Destiny sitting in the park on that bench, and Martell got on them white jeggings. Men, I don't like them to see them in them nutcrackers, and he's sitting up there. But yeah, checking you, boo. I'm delivered now, baby. I'm delivered. And see, when I got pregnant with my son, his grandmother, his father's mother, was alive at that time, and she was asking me why I didn't want to marry her son. And I was like, I didn't want to be responsible for paying nobody else child support. But had I been in the Bible and studying the Bible and reading, I would have realized and understood that, with me fornicating and so forth, and having a child outside of wedlock, that went against God's law. So, but hey, I'm delivering now, baby. I ain't trying to get nobody none of this good Thundercat, baby. Next time I give it away, I'm gonna have to be married. I ain't trying to be a honey. Don't nothing good happen when you when you ain't doing stuff the right way. When you ain't doing stuff the right way, baby, you don't have no good luck. Now it might be you might have a momentary gratification and you might have stuff given to you. Like right now, if all I had to do was one thing and I wouldn't be in the situation I'm in right now. But for the life of me in my heart, I just can't do it. I just can't do it and I won't do it. Hell, I talked to my daughter last week. I told her I'll rob a bank before I have sex with somebody. And my daughter said, "What?" And she started laughing. And I said, "I'm serious." And I was dead serious. She was like, "What?" I said, "Yeah, girl, I'm dead serious. Before I have sex, I'll rob a bank before I have sex with somebody or go out there and be a prostitute." And I said, and I know I can get some money right away, but I just cannot do that to my body. I cannot. And my daughter said, "Mom, sin is sin." She said, "And you shouldn't be out there robbing a bank. That's not right either." I said, "I'm not going to rob no bank. I'm just saying. If push came to shove and I had to do something, I'll rob a bank. I'll rob somebody before I go sell my body." Now, I know it's some women. I done heard because some women had told me, you sound stupid. Girl, just go on and sell a little cat. No, no, baby. I respect my body. I don't even have no tattoos on it. I got low mileage on this Thundercat right here, and I ain't got no sexually transmitted diseases. But I don't even think about sex like that. I know I need to be in a marriage if I want to get sexual. Ain't no more letting these men up here sample the goodies and then they want to act crazy when I don't want to give them none. Honey, I've been delivered. In the words of Andrew Caldwell, I wish I had that little soundbite from him. I have been delivered. Catherine, I want Martell to get on his knees and beg to Mel can say, "Kiss my ass." Well, Catherine, that ain't going to happen, baby. Yeah, Melody ain't going to never get a chance to say, to tell him to kiss her ass, and he not going to get on his knees. He has already apologized. But Catherine, my love, men treat us the way we allow them to treat us. Melody disrespected herself by remaining in that marriage, knowing that Martell was with another woman. So, that long, honey, that time has come and gone, has come and gone. And Melody is happy, and Martell is happy, doing their own thing. Checking you, boo said, "Not a remix." Yes, baby, a remix. Checking you, boo, you said, "Wasn't Martell engaged to another lady in college before his ex?" That's what I had heard too. Checking you, boo. That used to be a rumor out here on the YouTube streets. and this has been years ago. They said that he was married, engaged to another woman, and then started dating Melody, left that woman, and then married Melody. But yeah, I've heard that rumor. Checking you boo says shout out to the low mileage chicks and dudes. That's right. We gotta honor our body and respect it, honey. I ain't even got no tattoo up on it. You understand what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying. Checking you boo. How many times do Martell need to apologize? I'm tired of him apologizing for the same offense. Hashtag get over it. Right. What you say, Catherine? You're right, Miss B. All right, baby. Yeah, we ain't no more. He didn't apologize and we done moved on. Melody glowing up, got a business, got a nice, beautiful house for her and the kids to stay in. I don't care if she's renting it or not. It's a nice, beautiful house and she got a source of income. But baby, I know a lot of you don't like it, but we need Ariane up on the show because, baby, ain't no Love and Marriage Huntsville without Martell Holt or Melody Shari Rodgers. See, Melody and Martell, y'all letting y'all ego, pride, and vengeance about to get y'all canceled off y'all own show. Because I truly believe it has all been the plan all along to get both of y'all off of the show. All you got to do, if you can get one person off the show, it's easier to get the second one off. Because if, let's say, Melody did decide to walk away from the show, they're using Melody as an excuse not to bring Ariane on. If Ariane comes on the show, that means Martell has to stay. And then the primary focus will be always on Melody and Martell. Because, see, we've all come to know Melody and Martell as the face of Love and Marriage Huntsville. So Melody has been successful in keeping Ariane off the show. Now Martell has a no contact order and Martell is on probation and he has to stay away from Melody. So they can't film together. You don't know what's going on with them. So now they're working on getting Melody off the show. So if Melody gone, Martell gone, Carlos, you might as well rename that show because we, the fans, are forever going to know that show from Melody and Martell's face because for years the cast had become famous and got paid, networks and got rich. And Carlos, you done made you some pretty money too, based off the dysfunction and demise of Melody and Martell's marriage. Now, you didn't put a battery in Marsau back, which I'm pretty sure Marsau Scott was happy to put that battery in it. Martell gonna say little slick shook. And he been throwing jabs at Martell, but old Martie Mar, honey, he done woke up now and he ready to send fires back. So y'all quit saying it's gonna tear down a black family. And Tisha and Marsau ain't going nowhere. They're gonna stay married and they're gonna ride it till the wheels fall off. But we need some closure. We need some closure. Bad Girl Riri said, "Ask Mariah Huck and Married to Medicine really was her concept." Yep, yep, sure was. And this is the last comment, y'all. Whoo, thank you for rolling with me. Checking you, boo. Said, yeah, it was cringing to hear his ex saying he was going to her house during 19 and he was silent on stage. Now he was wrong, but she told him to find a girlfriend. He complained about being dissatisfied. Yep, season 19, season 19. Yep, checking you, boo. Martell and his ex pitched a home show, but Carlos denied it and suggested an ensemble cast for a new show. Oh, I agree with that, checking you, boo, because I've always said that they came to him with that, what is it? That Holt, that rebuilding show? I forgot. Oh, shucks. And Carlos, because Carlos is the maven of mess, and he said, no, that ain't entertaining enough. That ain't entertaining enough. And once Melody confided in Carlos what was going on, I didn't just wasted my cup of water, you guys. Confided in Carlos with the drama that was going on in their marriage. Carlos said, now that I can make a show out of it. And baby, that's how we got Love and Marriage Huntsville. That's how we got it. No Holtz Barred. That was the name of the show. No Holtz Barred. Yep. But hey, Clyde Jones. Hey, Clyde Jones, how you doing? You must have just got off work. How you doing? Catherine, what you say? What if Mel brings her boo on the show? She should. She should bring on her boo on the show. I'm telling you. Now, rumor has it they implying that she already got a boo on the show. Now, I don't know how true that is. I don't know how true that is, but they claim she already got a boo on the show. So, honey, I don't know. I don't know. Let's see. What you say, bad girl Riri? You said Hope to Hope. I thought it was No Holt's Bar. No, I thought it was called No Hope Bar. I could be wrong, but I thought that's what it. I thought it was No Holt's Bar, but I could be wrong. So Hope to Hope. Okay, y'all, we almost done. We almost done. We had a few people come on in here. You said I see Unapologetic Real Talk has scheduled a live for 5:05. Okay. So you guys, Unapologetic Real Talk, she has a live scheduled for 5:05 p.m. Check her out. She's here over on YouTube. And I'm going to be wrapping this up because we've been on here too long. I'm just going to read these few comments. Bad Girl Riri, you said they could keep that HGTV conceptualized show. That property first preservation scene put me to sleep in 54321. Clyde Jones doing good, and I hope likewise. Thanks. Thank you, boo. Can't complain. But anyway, checking your boo, you the final one. Yeah, both Martell and his ex can bring their boos on the show. His ex needs to let the courts know the name of her boo for the safety of the kids. It's gonna be it's gonna be entertaining. It's gonna be entertaining. Hey y'all, this is Unapologetic Real Talk. She has a channel here over on YouTube. She will be going live at 5 p.m. 5:05, and I will share. Let me see if I can find her link, but I'll share the video on my community wall. 5:05 p.m. So I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, y'all, we're going to close this out. We're going to close this out. And let me take this banner down. But baby, meet the petties. This is Martell Holt, and on the right is Melody Shari Rodgers, two of the stars of the hit show Love Marriage Huntsville that airs on the Oprah Winfrey Network every Saturday at 8 p.m. And y'all, I tell you what, I'm your girl, Misbehaving, and the name of this channel is Misbehaving is Fun, where I talk about real people, real problems, and real drama. Baby, ain't nobody mad but the devil. And if you find yourself being mad at anything that Misbehaving had to say, baby, chances are the devil is you. I want to thank you all for stopping by and hanging with your girl, Misbehaving. I want to thank you for your input. And hey, J. Days LaRae, welcome, welcome. And y'all get up in these YouTube streets. I might get back to tiptoeing over in people's neighborhoods, listening to their videos to see what they saying if it's actual and factual, or if they trying to lead you astray. Cause baby, ain't nobody innocent on this show. But I tell you what, Marsau, when being a comedian goes wrong. And y'all, I just want us all to lift Tisha up, because I'm telling you, it's unfortunate that she's going to be a casualty of war. But Marsau think everything funny. And Martie Mar about to get up in his ass like a gay white man at a P. Diddy party. Martell is about to get in his ass like a gay white man at a P. Diddy party. And I hope Carlos don't leave nothing out. Don't leave nothing out. And I want to thank you all. Y'all have a very good night. Peace. And I'm out.